Let's do this. This is gonna be fun.
Oh, good afternoon, everybody. I am so happy that you could join us today. I don't know about you guys, but we had a little snow. I'm ready to take off and go someplace and travel. But welcome, and we got a fantastic travel talk for you today. So, like I said, welcome to Speak Up and Empower Real Talk Travel. And Speak Up and Empower is an online community with lots of experts that have lots of very important stuff to share with the world. They come from all backgrounds and cultures and so forth. And I'm the expert with Real Talk Travel. And again, we have a special person with us, Tony Perdomo from
Yeah.
Escorted Travel, and he's the expert there. And where is our venture going to take us today, Tony?
Wow. We're gonna go all over the place, Susan. Thank you for having me again, back-to-back weeks. So thank you so much for having me here. Last week we talked about small groups in general, soft adventure things that you can bring your friends. Again, we're still gonna be friends by the end of the week. This one here could go the other way. Why did you come on this cycling trip? So we're gonna go around the world today, but we're gonna focus on this time still small groups, but a bit different. Today we're gonna talk about active travel. So if you got a Fitbit, you may want to listen in. Right? So we have wonderful ones. So just in case today is your first time hearing about us, we've been around for 46 years, and what we do, again, simple, is a small group adventure travel. And the adventure last week, again, was soft adventure, cultural, wildlife, family stuff that's easier, let's call it. This time around, we do have some easy trips that we're going to talk about, and then we have trips that, like, why did I say yes to this, right? Bottom line is we have lots of choices. So today's active travel, we're talking about walking, cycling, guided and self-guided, which I'm really stoked about. So again, really happy, really stoked about what we're doing. And again, when people are asking me about, hey, what about this small group? What are you talking about? Like, well, we're looking at average 12 people, maximum 16 in the majority of our tours, which is quite nice. So again, that small group thing, which I know is going to be on everybody's mind past this post-COVID season, right? So, and our average age for us is 53, whether it's soft adventure or active travel. That's the most beautiful thing. So lots of great, wonderful things to show everybody. So again, I'm just going to today just have a nice little fun time here. Look, I'm relaxing. I'm wearing a hoodie. And last week we were t-shirt weather. Today is, what's going on here? What have snow, right? I'm wearing 3 socks, but question is, who is taking you around from A to B in these wonderful regions when you're cycling or you're walking? You want somebody with experience. So we have international mountain leaders, we have professional cyclists, guides, like we're talking about Moran here from Morocco, Jose from Sierra de Aitana in Spain. A lot of these professionals that are taking you around from A to B. So locals, they know best, right?
Right.
You can read your guidebook. It's like, hey, wait, the restaurant moved. I'm like, of course, the guy's right. So it's your call. Your call what you want to do, but quality leaders all over the place, right? So international mountain leaders to Egyptologists, you name it, all over the place. Now, in terms of where we spend the nights, again, everything's going to be graded from a level 3 all the way to a level 5. Are there trips where you're going to do some camping? Yes. Guess what? There's no other choice, right? Like, you want to go Nika Trail? I don't think there's a hotel up there, so you got to camp. But that's full service camping. So we're cooked. We'll put up the tents. What's your job, Susan? Can you roll in and out, not snore too much? Yeah. Let's go. That's it. Right? That's all you got to do. So, but everything's locally owned, right? So from 3 to 5 star, from mountain lodges to converted farmhouses to chalets, you name it, even homestays. Everything is wonderful, which is quite nice, right? So I'm going to show you a lot more pictures of some of the accommodations per trips that we have, right? So again, from level 1, hey, lots of friends still this week, right? To level 9. What were you thinking? I was like, I don't know. I threw a dart against the wall, Susan. Is that you are going to do something very physical and challenging this year?
Okay, I'm up for it.
Yeah, where's my crystal ball person, right? So, but anyways, but here's the thing. Let's say, for example, all you do is walk around the mall. That's all you're training. That's all you're doing. But I want to go and do this amazing trip that I heard about back in November. I'm like, excellent. Look what we have for you, Susan. You ready for this? We're kind of like your personal trainer.
Whoa.
How to get you from a level 1, hey, I'm just walking to the store and back, to all of a sudden, man, you have a lot of followers on YouTube because you're doing a lot of walking, you're doing a lot of inspirational, right? So let's get you up to speed on making sure that you are going to have fun while you're hiking. Again, walking, hiking, trekking, depends on how you look at it. we'll tell you what trips are good for you. So what I really love about our walking trips is that we have two options, Susan. So think about this. The traditional stuff is what we call the point to point. One night here, 2 nights at a different city, 2 nights at a different country, maybe 2 nights here, and so on. We get to move around from A to B. But there are some trips that we call center based. So imagine flying in somewhere on a Saturday, and then you stay in the same hotel for the entire week, and you do all your day trips. You do all your walks. So what happens? Oh, I don't feel good. Okay, stay back in the same hotel. Oh, I don't want to go for a walk. That's fine. But also, what if it's going to rain the next 3 days and Thursday is meant to be the highlight? We can switch the itineraries around, right? So much more flexibility when it comes to a center-based walking trip, which I'm really, really excited about. So for us, of the, let's say, 150 walking tours that we have, about 25% are center-based. So our most, I don't know, have you been to the Amalfi Coast, Susan?
I have. It's beautiful. It's stunning. Yes.
It's wonderful, wonderful, right? So last week we talked about the highlights of the Amalfi and so on, because we also have a family trip. But this time we're talking about our best-selling trip. Can you believe that? Our best-selling trip for Exodus, and has been ever since I was 8 years old, pretty much, is the walk in the Amalfi Coast. So you saw the grandma there, you saw the hotel. These are the actual family. This is them right here. We go to their place and we stay there for the entire week. So we do all of our walks. Sometimes we might start walking from our hotel. Sometimes we might get in a van, drive 45 minutes, and then start our walk, come back in the van. But bottom line is, as you can see on the map, we'll go to all the parties, Positano, Amalfi, Sorrento, all that fun stuff. But guess what? I'm going to have a quiet sleep because I'm staying in a little town called Pomerano, population 7,800.
It's beautiful.
It's so great, right? But again, people are going to ask questions like, well, how long am I walking for? Because, you know, I don't trust this guy. He's in shape. So we have trips that sometimes you're doing 5 kilometers a whole day. That's it. And there's trips out there like, you signed up for the Camino. You gotta walk. But we'll tell you, and I'll show you how we give you all that information, right? So other places that are center-based, like going to Andalusia in Spain, and this whole time you were staying at a beautiful converted farmhouse in a 27-acre olive orchard. I mean, can you believe that? With a pool and the whole works. And again, let's go explore the region, come back to the same hotel. Let's go over there, come back to the same hotel. So these are some of the things that come with a center-based holiday. Walking in Cinque Terre and Portofino, of course. Thank you, Google Maps, for showing me this. But I wanted to show you right there, right in the middle, is where we're spending the entire week. So you can see here, we'll go and explore the north, we'll come back to the south, and we're really seeing the whole region, which is nice, right? So this is some of the center-based trips that we're talking about. Of course, Portofino. Can anybody go there right now? I love to do that right now.
I'm there. I want to go right now.
I'm feeling it, right? And we saw that video earlier from the leaders, Jose. He also does this one, the Picos de Europa trip. So just to give you an idea, but I want to show you this one. This was my tier and another tier. My last international trip last year was going to the Dolomites on a hiking trip. And I've never done a center-based trip, Susan. I'll be honest with you. I walked in, I said, this is my base for the whole week? Yeah. What do I, like, so I can hang all my socks? I can use the safe? I can do everything I want? Like, absolutely. This is your base for the entire week, right? So this is an actual trip that we ran last month, beginning of October, because these are people that went on our Dolomites trips. So most of them were European. I think we had one North American that went. But just to give you an idea, like, we're still running trips, and look, they're having fun, they're walking, and you're on a hiking trip. Do you see anybody else there outside of Exodus? I don't see anybody else there outside of Exodus. That's what I'm saying. So it's pretty quiet now. So, but there are people that are going right now. But just to give you an idea, this is a phenomenal region. So I want to showcase this trip a little bit because, again, center-based. This is your hotel for the entire week. I'm not going to spoil this for you, Susan. Okay, number one, family-owned. So that's the actual family right there. Nice, right? Let's get to the fun stuff. The hotel's there. That's town. Pretty close by, right? You can refill your water right there, right in the middle. So pretty small little place. You have, and this is the family. And look at the hotel, 4-star property, which we use in the summer for walking trips, but we also use in our winter for our snowshoeing trips, because we do both, eh? Which is nice. So anything walking, snowshoeing, we have those trips for you, right? I'm not going to talk about that because it was snowing earlier today. It also has a Michelin star restaurant, as the owner, Helen, is a Michelin star chef. Do you believe that? So you go for your hike, Suzanne, you have a good time, you enjoy yourself, you come back, I'm starving. Good, sit down. We're going to invest for about an hour and a half in a 5-course meal. Are you ready? Who's going to say no? Who's going to say no? Right? And I know what people are thinking, like, wait a minute. I'm free. I'm a vegetarian. So am I. A vegetarian, vegan. I went. We had a good time. We enjoyed ourselves. Are you pescatarian? Are you vegan? Are you gluten free? Are you allergic to, like, what are you allergic to? It doesn't matter. We cater to you, which is quite nice. So in a Michelin star restaurant, you cannot beat that at all. So just look at the property here, the hotel, absolutely stunning. So you have rooms like this, and then you can upgrade to suites, and you can upgrade to suites. So that's the most amazing thing about a flexible center-based holiday, just to give you an idea, right? So, but it also has, look at that, phenomenal pool, a spa, sunroof at the very top, a gym. Who is going to work out after walking 15 kilometers? Some people did it. Some people did it, right? But you can go stretch. But that's what I'm saying. It's like you really make that your home, right? Which is quite nice. So I absolutely love this. And I want to show you this. Again, these are some of the reviews we've gotten from people that have gone on our trips. And look at the first one. October, classic Dolomites Premium. Just returned from this trip, 5-star. You can't go wrong. People are going to be very selective in what they're going to be choosing moving forward, right? It's better just going off somewhere, right? So far, that is what we have for center base. So much easier, right? So if anybody out there is like, I kind of want to walk, I got a Fitbit for Christmas, welcome to my club, what are we going to do? I want to do a walking trip, but I feel like moving around from A to B is going to be too adventurous. Like, where are my shoes? Did you find my shoes? I didn't find my shoes. Like, oh, so much stress, right? Worry about it. We have center-based trips. Now, here comes the other fun. This is the stuff that I really like too, don't get me wrong. Point to point, where again, you're moving from A to B to C, maybe island to island, right? So let's talk about the walk in the Greek island. This is a level 1. Level 1. You can probably still record a podcast as they're walking. Like, it's very easy. Don't talk to people like, why's your face red? It's not. She's having fun, okay? But what I'm saying to you is like, look, 3 different islands, and you're walking. Wow. You're walking kilometers one day. 10 is the most on a flat surface. So for people that are doing the Mediterranean, guess what? You're going to be in a ship, and you're going to be going about 1,000 steps just to make it to the top of the island. We're already at the top of the island exploring, having more time. So just keep that in mind, okay? So again, level 1, very beautiful. So we have a lot of point-to-point trips. Like for me now, so I had to prove, like, this guy talks a lot. He says that he went to the Dolomites. Like there's me right there wondering, I'm like, where should I go next? Maybe in 2021 I might go somewhere, right? But people always ask, like, so what do you think? Like, what trips should I do? I like walking, but I want to do something fun. Let me tell you what it is you should do. Number 1, the Inca Trail. We have the Inca Trail, of course, the classic one that we have. Again, I'll show you the difference, and we have a comfort style as well. So the difference is going to be how much weight can your porters carry for you, and what kind of hotels will you stay at. You still have to camp on the actual Inca Trail. But here's the difference. You ready, Susan? So everybody else does the Inca Trail. They do it in 4 days. So day 1, day 2, and day 3, they get up, camping, hike, camping, hike, camping, hike. Go. That's what everybody does. On the 4th day, they get up in the morning, they do the little walk, they go into Machu Picchu. Hey, Machu Picchu, I saw you on the postcard. And you do the tour. Mind you, I got up at 4 in the morning. Now I'm doing my, yeah, I know. Like you're looking so good at 4 in the morning, right? And then you go and you do the guided tour of Machu Picchu. Now, I have spent the last 3 days hiking and camping, and I haven't had a shower. And now you're going to talk to me in a guided tour, and I'm just tired. Think about it, 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning, you tell me all this stuff. And then I have to be gone by 1 to go downstairs, catch a train, and I'm back in Cusco. That could be a long day for people. So on the 4th day, guess what Exodus does? A little bit different. We'll walk into Machu Picchu like normal, but we're not going to do the tour. You're not going to listen to the guide today. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to go into a little town called Aguas Calientes, so hot waters, and you're going to go and sit in the pool, sit in the hotel room. Remember what a bed looks like? Remember what a shower feels like? Yes, you're going to have a nice meal. Next morning breakfast. Then you'll take the bus up to Machu Picchu. 15 minutes later, you'll have a proper guided tour because you're feeling alive. You're having coffee. You're feeling love. You're feeling great. So we do it in 5 days versus 4. Huge difference for us versus everybody else, right? So we also have options where you can do an alternate trek called Moonstone or the 1-day hike into Machu Picchu. Lots of options, but it's the reason why I'm showing you this. Okay, you see that guy's like, wait a minute. Yeah. He doesn't look Quechuan. He is tan. What's going on with him? He is from Ireland. Guess what he decided to do? This is fun. He came on our Inca Trail trip as a regular client. Had a good time, enjoyed himself. And then he found out that the porters, these guys right here, who are the hardest working people, I'm certain, like, they are hard-working people. Look at this, 20 kilos, all your luggage, all your food, all your camping equipment. They're carrying it all for you. These porters have never gone into Machu Picchu. Imagine that. Inca Trail porters have never seen Machu Picchu. It's like a driver going to a safari. It's like, where's the line? I don't know.
Wow.
I'm not like, that's the way it is. We Exodus said that's not fair. So he went on this trip as a porter, the first non-Quechua speaker to be a porter to ever do the Inca Trail. So 20 kilos, you saw him getting dragged, right? But this is the footage of him bringing the porters into Machu Picchu for the first time because we partnered with our foundation. We said, that's not fair.
Beautiful.
Think about it. If you're an Inca Trail porter, you've never seen Machu Picchu? So we took all 200 of our porters, okay, into Machu Picchu in the last 2 years. And so we have a movie called Carried Away, which is so great. But guess what? It's not fair if we just do it in one city, in one country, in one trek. Let's go to Africa. Africa's highest peak? Kilimanjaro. Here's one of our ambassadors for the foundation, Exodus Foundation. She has never hiked before. She's an Olympic gold medalist. Okay, so she decided to go to Kilimanjaro, and she was also on a all-female porter trip because we also sponsor all these phenomenal females to go to school to learn about it. And we also have a movie called Nugumu, which means strong, brave, right? So because of this mountain lioness scholarship, we are in the next 3 years, we're committing to have all these women. And we, again, 10 years ago, there were 0 women in the workplace in Kilimanjaro. Can you believe that? Now, 18%, because we want to make sure everybody gets a fair treatment. So when you support companies like us and just ask questions like, how are you responsibly traveling? What are you doing for responsible travel, right? So I just want to show you that because, again, we can travel, take our pictures, have a good time, but then, wait a minute, we're not helping other communities. Yes, we are. We're making sure the porters get treated properly, the hotels are doing well, the list goes on and on, right? So other treks that I want to show you while we're still in Africa, look at this. Walking in wildlife, Susan, people are going.
Oh, yeah.
Walking in wine tours, right? So Chianti, Portugal, that list. But now walking in wildlife, so you might be doing some game drives as walks. And it's great. You're doing hikes and walks, and it's safe. We have a 100% return rate. Okay, I want people to know that because they're thinking, wait a minute, you're walking with lions. Like, we're not walking with lions. We're making sure that's safe, right? But again, walking and wildlife with wine in South Africa, right? For everybody out there that has seen St. James Way, the beautiful movie, we have the Camino, both guided and self-guided walking, but we also do a cycling. How amazing is that? And you'll get your, but I want to show you right there at the very bottom. That's how many kilometers, for example, you're doing on this trip, which is a level 3. Some of them you're doing 6 kilometers. Some of you doing 22 kilometers. It all depends on what you want, right? So it all depends. So, and of course, one of my favorite ones here is going to Mont Blanc, Western Europe's highest peak now. And this one here is spending the entire week in one chalet. Look at that hot tub looking over at Western Europe, right? And you spend the entire week in Chamonix in France, which was home to the first ever Winter Olympics, just to give you an idea, right? So let's go see the best of Mont Blanc. Let's go do this trip. Let's go do this trip. And we'll come back. We come back to the same one chalet, which is great. Do you like coffee and cake after your walk? You're going to get that all the time. So again, meals, here's the thing. When you're walking, you're hiking, like, we're going to feed you, Susan, because we don't want you bringing, your peanut butter sandwiches from Canada and I'm allergic to peanuts. Oh God, what did you tell me? No. We'll feed you. So breakfasts are always included because hungry goes grumpy. We all know this. Have you seen me grumpy, Susan? So you remember that. And then the day as we're hiking, we're gonna feed you as well because there's no Uber Eats, there's no Jones dropping off a buffet sandwich for you, nothing like that. No, nothing at all. So, and then of course, so meals do differ per trip, per location, right? So, but I do want to let you know, Mont Blanc, what a phenomenal place, and that it was in Europe. That's not Peru.
Stunning. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how I got there, but it is what it is. Look at that. One more time. So that's what I'm saying. Center base or point to point. What are you in the mood for, right? So I'm just going to touch on this for a couple of seconds to let you know about the responsible travel once again. So we're staying at locally on hotels. Nice. We're employing local leaders. Beautiful. You saw us too with the porters and what we're doing with the women in Kilimanjaro. Yes, but we're doing other things, projects that you may not see, like bringing kids on educational day trips, this day of adventures, we call them. Make sure that the leaders pass on the knowledge to the next generation, right? And other places and other projects that we're getting involved, like planting 4,000 apple and apricot trees in Ladakh region, or of course, you heard about me last week talking about Karma, the wonderful baker that owned in Kathmandu, that you're helping out with, and so he can pack 1,000 packaged meals to, hey, some projects that we're not going to really show you, but we're going to show you what we're raising. Look at this. So for the tigers in India, to make sure that the communities don't poach the tigers. Wait a minute. You're telling me not to push tigers. So how am I going to live? How am I going to survive? We're going to empower you, the community, how to get jobs, how to do things so you don't have to rely on poaching. So that's the way it's going to be for us, right? And now, something else that we do. So there's a lot of plastic issues, right? It still is. Like, it's 2020. We're still buying plastic bottles, water. Like, what is going on? I get it. You're traveling. You're not going to be drinking tap water in India unless you want to lose 40 pounds in the next week. Great diet, by the way. No, what we do is when you're cycling, we're not going to give you a case of water. No, we're going to refill your water bottles like this on our cycling trips, just to give an idea. So the minimum waste all the time, right? So the first little bit was all about hiking. Now let's have a little bit more fun. I'm a fan of cycling. I really am. So for this one here, I've built 4 different styles. We have some stuff that is, leisure. And if there's people out there like, I do 150 kilometers in an hour, I'm like, okay, cool. We have drop bar styles for you too, because we have everything from easy beginners, like what you train to take a picture as you're cycling, to, hey, I'm a Tour de France kind of guy. No problem. You having fun. Here's the cool thing about our cycling trips, though, right, Susan? So, am I bringing my own bike? I have the streamers, but I'm embarrassed taking it out in public. Like, don't worry about it. We will give you the bike. We'll give you the bike. You don't have to worry about the bike. But wait, if you want to bring your own bike, we'll give you a discount. You take it apart. You put it back together. So not many people are taking that, thing. But to make things a little bit easier, right, Susan? I think last week you said, "Can you sign me up for a e-bike trip?" Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Here, having a good time. You're just pedaling a little bit lighter. You're pushing a button, and it helps you going up that hill and so on. So we do have e-bike options for people as well. So just to make it easier, because sometimes, like, I really want to go to this region, but this trip looks like a level 3. Hey, get an e-bike. We're gonna help you out. So this is the bike that I used in Croatia, for example, and I'm going to talk about that trip. But here's, when you come on our guided cycling trips, not only are you getting the bike, bring your own helmet. We're not doing any of this here. This one, no. You get your own helmet. But we're also going to provide a vehicle support. So that afternoon, you're feeling tired, or you took advantage of the wine last night. Hey, no one's going to yell. Get in the van, take pictures of us, share it. We're going to be friends, right? So one of my favorite, and this was last year as well. I've been very blessed. This year we took a year off, whatever. But last year I went cycling the Dalmatian coast, started in Split, went through 2 islands, finished in Dubrovnik. So 4 days cycling, 1 extra day should you want to be on the bike or not. And the coastline and everything, through wineries, through some beautiful farmhouses for dinner. And again, let's get in the van. We'll drive out 10 minutes, get on our bikes, or we might start cycling from the hotels for the next. And you're usually gone, for after breakfast and right before dinner. How's that? But we're not pedaling 8 hours straight, Susan. Like, I'd be way more fit. No, let's stop. Let's have an espresso. Let's have lunch. Let's stop here. Let's go to the shop. Let's have a good time. Like those kind of things, right? And the van will always be behind you, right? So other places that are, what is this? I've never heard of this before. Going to Italy, Puglia Matera, the heel of Italy, right? So we go to places that are different, stunning coastlines, UNESCO World Heritage Sites. It's in a phenomenal converted farmhouses as well, just to give you an idea. So it really depends what you want. But this is our #1 selling cycling trip. Did you know that, Susan?
No.
No.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's right. Like when it comes to Family Feud, like #1 tour, Vietnam. Like what? I would have never guessed that, right? But Vietnam, the same thing. Northbound from Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon all the way to Hanoi, and you're doing some phenomenal trips because it's a very flat country, except for that middle right there that says the Hai Van Pass. But we got the van in case they want to help you. 100 kilometers. But there's a reason why people go 30 kilometers up, and then 70 kilometers is downhill, which is superb. And of course, Portugal, telling about, we have premium trips. So depending on what you want, hey, I'm a 4-star person. Look at my hair. No problem. We got 4 and 5-star tours for you down the coastline of Portugal, Porto down to Lisbon. And here's the great thing. Our tours begin Saturday, mostly end on Saturday. So if you want to do, let's say, the Walk It in Wine in Portugal, which is a premium tour, Porto, do a little loop in the wine region, come back to Porto, that's week 1. That same day, you start our cycling trip from Porto down to Lisbon. So win-win, back-to-back tours, So Susan's going to tell you about that. I just like to be right there right now. That's why I want to do this picture right now, because the wind chill I got today made my
yeah.
Yeah, I drove the car, the window down. That's why my face is red. Places that are cycling the Baltic, cycling the Balkans, going to places that we've never heard of before, going down to India and the south coast of Kerala. And here's the great thing. You ready for this one? Why I'm showing you this one? You get to spend a night on that houseboat.
Oh, cool.
Come on, this is fun. This is so
Love
great.
it. Yeah.
What experiences on suite? You get your own bathroom. You're not sharing bathrooms. You're not hanging off the boat doing stuff. No, no, no. And of course, can you cycle into one of the seven wonders of the world? Yeah, you can. So it's phenomenal. So we have some destinations like I would have never imagined. Like I know. Look at this, going to Namibia, cycling. So just to give you an idea, that's all the guided stuff. Again, guided walking and hiking or trekking, how you look at it. Guided cycling, excellent. Small group, 12, 16 people. You got a leader. Brain is shut off. I'm having fun, enjoying myself, taking pictures. Right? Pretty fun, right, Susan?
Mm-hmm.
Now we have one little style we call self-guided. It was a little bit different. Well, guess what? One of us has to have the brain on because, like, who's taking care of the map? Who's reading the notes, Susan? You're both on vacation. How you gonna? So let me explain how this works. Self-guided, no group. There's no group. So you show up on day one, somebody greets you like, hey, how's it going? Did you read the trip notes that Susan sent you? No. I'm like, okay, let's go over the trip notes. Let's go over the math. I'm going to tell you what you're doing this week. I hope you read before you said yes with like, hey, it's 2020, right? But here's how it works. Somebody meets you on day one, goes over the stuff, which is great. I have all the notes. If you are cycling, we give you the bike. How much fun is that? How do I know where you're going? It's all there. What happens if I get lost? You get 24-hour support. What's the catch? One of you has to have the GPS map on, like pretty much. Like I know where I'm going and so on. And you saw the little on the top right, Susan? So that is our GPS app. So if you're riding the bike, I don't want you reading and wait. Did you say left? Which left? It's Europe. No. You have an app. No Wi-Fi, no data needed. Turn left in 50 meters.
That's
turn left.
amazing.
You should have left back. Sorry, because there's people there. That's the thing. And those people,
yes.
those people in the middle, they're not clients. These are people that work for us that take your luggage from hotel to hotel. Your job in the morning, wake up. What are you in the mood for? I like to go at 6 in the morning for my day. Okay, you might miss breakfast, but if you do, your job is just to bring the luggage to the lobby. We'll pick it up and transfer to the next hotel. What's the catch, Susan? Somebody has to be on. Somebody has to be on. That's it.
Yeah.
You're both not. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, no, somebody has to make a decision, right? That's the only thing. But you go, you have fun, and all these trips are usually from level 1 to level 3. A lot easier. But now here's the bubble travel, I should say as well. Is families. Hey, do you have a 2-year-old kid? Yeah. What trip are you gonna take your 2-year-old on? I'm like, I have no idea. Self-guided trips, whether you're walking with people little papoose in the bag, the kids fits on you, or cycling, tandem bikes, or the little wagon for the kids. We have all the options for you. So minimum age as low as one. You're 1 year old on a trip on a self-guided cycling with you. Where? Bavaria? Sign me up. So again, just a couple of trips I want to show you. Going to the Danube, cycling along the Danube, Vienna to Budapest. Again, look at that, 68 kilometers there. Wow, that sounds a lot. It's flat. It's flat. It's easy. How many cigars are you gonna have today on your right? Just to give you an idea, that's one little example. Now this is the fun stuff. Like, why are you packing 2 helmets? I'd like to know. Just in case I go cycling a little, whatever. In the region, not only do we have a walking trip, which is one of our best-selling ones, but we also have a cycling trip, and this one is self-guided, which is phenomenal. Single center-based hotel the whole time, explore the region, which is so beautiful. And of course, one of our best-selling self-guided cycling trip, the Loire Valley. Okay, look at that second last word, gastronomic. So if you're a foodie,
this is where we want to go. Yes.
Talk to me about this. So not only are you going to get wine, not only are you going to get about a 2-hour meal every night. So I like like fast food and stuff. Do not come on a gastronomic tour, please. Do not. I like my meals packed and sent to my room. No, this is a gastronomic tour. It's different. And a cheese plate every night. But again, 3- and 4-star chateaus with pools and spa for that wow factor, right? So that's the Loire Valley. We do a walking trip as well, but we also do a cycling trip. So depending on what you want, right? And brand new, Susan, brand new as of about 2 weeks ago. Now we're going from Amsterdam to Brussels, self-guided.
Wow, I love Amsterdam. It's a great city to start with. Yeah.
Me too. I forgot what it's all about, but I'm telling you this right now. It's a beautiful place. So it's so new. We don't have a proper map. I'm not gonna kid you, it's between us, guys. Like we don't have a proper map. We just put this together like 3 days ago, and so I'll get updated. But just to give you the idea, from Amsterdam to Brussels, and then we have another self-guided one that goes from Brussels into Bruges as well. So a little bit different than that bike and boat. This one's different. It's not guided, self-guided. So you have your total freedom. Why do I want to do self-guided? Right? Why do we not do that? It's very simple, because we want to make sure that you have this phenomenon, all the flexibility, right? So you saw that little farmhouse back there. Hello, look how beautiful that is, right? Look at this. So this farmhouse is your week on that tour, the Veneto, and there everything comes from the farm. So your wine, your food, your produce, the yogurt, all comes from the local farm. As you stay the entire week in one converted farmhouse. Let me slow down here for a second. I'll tell you this, another one. Going to Catalan in Spain. Look at this beautiful place here. So this one is, again, phenomenal. And this family here has a lot of art collection, because, again, it's a locally owned family hotel. So what are you in the mood for? So this one here is for our walking tour. So we have gastronomic tours that are walking in Barolo, like I was showing you. Again, I'm all about pictures, Susan, so I just want you to enjoy beautiful properties that you'll be spending the nights and supporting the local business. But also, okay, this sounds too good to be true, right? Like, get up in the morning, read your notes, go for a walk, leave your luggage. We'll see you there. 8 p.m. Hey, did your clients leave the hotel? Yeah, where are they? We'll come and find you. Wow, not really. Like you're taking your time, right? Like if you get lost, you have support, right? WhatsApp, you can call us, whatever. So you have nothing to worry about. You have freedom. Go your own pace, go fast. Classic Swiss Alps. Right in the middle is one of our, it's like us for Exodus. She works for us and she goes. So we have experience going to these wonderful trips. So one hotel for the entire week. The owner is there. Phenomenal, superb food. And for us going to Sicily, Italy, Sicily. What else could we do there? How about some food? Do you like food? Because it's amazing. So we have a guided food tour. We got a guided cycling, a guided walking. Now you have self-guided options as well. So lots of options for you. Lots of options for you. Look at the hotels and properties. You cannot go wrong with that at all. And the last little something different as well is this thing called activities. And what does that mean? Well, you stay at a hotel, 4-star with a wellness center, and you do all these activities such as walking and cycling and boat trips and going to caves. So that's why they call mixed activities. So in case you have people like, you know what, 3 days cycling is too much, I just want to do 1 or 2 activities for you. Right? You can't beat that at all. Center base, 1 hotel for the entire week, right beside the Lake Wolfgang, which is absolutely beautiful. So if anybody's listening and you are between the ages of 30 and 49, listen closer. We have a trip style just for you called Exodus Edits, where it's only people between 30 and 49. But what we do is we'll go to Portugal, Costa Rica, Morocco, Jordan, and we pack so much in the 5 days, 7 days, where we're doing stuff like, this is Exodus. We don't do yoga. What are you doing? We will on these tours. Instead of paddling, what are you talking about? We have those for you. So in Morocco, look at this one. You are summiting Mount Tupal, which is pretty spectacular. So it's a walking trip, but again, you have a really good time on some stuff. Going to Peru, you can do Rainbow Mountain, right? And also the 1-day Inca Trail hike, which is nice. And other phenomenal trips that include a little bit of cycling. Going to Vietnam. This is not a cycling trip for Vietnam. This is 1 day of cycling, as well as other activities as well. That's the bottom line. So we have a lot of options for you. So how do we get people into thinking like, you know how it is, right? It's like, if I don't have anything look forward to in terms of goals in my life, in travel goals, and slowly I'm gonna get itchy and I'm gonna start getting grumpy and like, where's dinner? Like, you make your own dinner. Sorry. Right? No. So we know that if you start planning ahead for a trip, we're all gonna get out of here at some point. We know this. So for next week, and just talk to Susan about any of this phenomenal stuff. So it only takes $99 for you to put and lock down a date on a tour for 2021. Yeah, it's too early. Okay, 2022? Sure, let's do it. $99. You pay the rest 2 months before you leave. If you want to pay weekly, okay. If you want to pay monthly, that is no problem. But how do I know things? And lastly, a couple of little, things I want to show you. We want people to know you can book with confidence. So this is some of the things that we tell you all about. That in terms of like guaranteeing a refund in case we cancel the trip. Very rare do we cancel trips. of course, we give you more flexibility when it comes to booking. So not only booking with confidence, but we want you to travel with confidence. That's the big thing. So that's why that Dolomites video we saw earlier, Susan, you could have seen before. It's a 2-minute video, but hey, like, we didn't want to do this for 2 minutes and just watch videos, right? We show people getting their hands sanitized. We make sure the hotels, are you clean? What are you doing with physical distancing? What are you doing with that? So making sure that, so 24-hour support, that things are clean. And the small groups as well, like our Mont Blanc highlights, 14 people, no more, 8. There you go. 8 people, just to make things easier for everybody, right? So that's what I'm saying. So we're adjusting to local requirements, which is all the time, which is what we would do, right? So anyways, that is me. That was my activity levels. This is all my fun about walking and hiking and cycling. Again, Susan, whether it's guided or self-guided, the options are there for you, right? So,
yeah. Well, thank you so very much, Tony. That was awesome, because travel can empower you. Travel should incite you. Travel should move you. And this is what Exodus travel is all about, is experiences, the adventure, getting out there, being active, and getting with the locals. And Tony, you're the expert, and that's so awesome that you are sharing so much that Exodus has to offer. Plus, to know $99 up until November 24th will hold the trip of your choice. And you don't have to pay, like you said, for 2 months prior. Phenomenal, because a lot of people are booking trips back to back, going one area and then booking another one. So they walking and or cycling, and they're taking advantage of all these phenomenal opportunities to see the landscape, taste the food, and enjoy the locals. And it's fantastic. So anybody who wants to book has to get a hold of me before the 24th. Also, absolutely, anybody who does book, I have a special gift over and above, that you can have your own personalized hand sanitizer bracelet that you can take with you, that you just open it up and then you can squeeze your hand sanitizer out and do it right there. So it's easy for you. So that's is beautiful. Everybody that booked, you can get your free one. Contact me if you want more information about it. But thank you so very much, Tony, for joining us today with Speak Up and Empower Real Talk Travel. It was awesome. You make me want to, I'm bubbling inside just for the anxiety of and anticipation of going somewhere. So.
Oh, it's true, Susan. It's so true. And one last thing I will tell you is that we've done a lot of studies in the last 6 months, and we've asked people, like, what do you think you're gonna do? What do you think? What kind of your travel thing? So obviously, a lot of people are choosing small groups, number one, and a lot of them are choosing family travel, but also self-guided, so they don't have to travel in groups. And the good thing about the self-guided, because we have multiple days, some of them depart every day, some of them every 2 days, and so on. So if you do want to do your river cruise or so on, that's fine. Go to Europe. But then also look at our self-guided trips, because active travel is going to skyrocket, because people just want to get fit, they want to feel better, because we've been sitting at home in front of a computer zooming the last 6 months.
Yeah, we need to get out there and explore. But yeah. Do have a gal that says she said that she's interested in that trip that you mentioned, ages 30 to 40 group, and we'll definitely give her some information from our team. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining us today, and especially Tony for giving us such a wonderful tour of the world and what we can see. That was amazing. And
thank you, Susan.
Join us next week, Tuesday at 4:30 with Speak Up and Empower Real Talk Travel. We are going to have another adventure waiting for you. And the only way you're going to find out is you got to join us. So we'll see you next week. So to everybody, have a wonderful, awesome day. And Tony, you, the rest of the week and everything. And we'll see everybody next time. Take care.
Thank you. Take care now.